This is the first ever online Business and Art South Africa Awards, partnered by Hollard. To officially welcome you, Chair of the Basa Board of Directors, Charmaine Subramani.
The Honourable Minister Nathi Mthethwa, members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of Hollard, members of Business and Art South Africa, the Basa Board of Directors, members of the 2020 Basa Awards Adjudication Panel, finalists, artists, presenters, partners and friends. Hello, Sawubona, Dumelang, Boker Tov, Assalamu Alaikum, Namaste. I am Charmaine Subramani and I chair the Business and Art South Africa Board. A very warm welcome to the 23rd Annual Basa Awards in partnership with Hollard. We can all attest to the fact that 2020 has been a year like no other. COVID-19 has presented itself as the ultimate equalizer, demonstrating far-reaching effects on the way in which we live and how our creative communities will navigate the future. The pandemic has forced us to reevaluate the way in which the creative community creates meaning, endures, and rises above adversity. It has been a time in which we have witnessed the indelible in all of us. This year, we honor and pay tribute to the indelible business and art partnerships that have continued to rise above the limits placed upon us. The dancer and choreographer, Twala Thorpe, said, "Art is the only way to run away without leaving home." At this point, I think we can all testify to the accuracy of this maxim. We are so deeply reliant on art, especially when the contingencies of day-to-day life become unbearable. We've been forced to innovate, and as a community, come to terms with the new digital realities of our day-to-day. Despite all of this, our mission at Basa has not changed. And as true as it was spoken last year, our role is to instill courage amongst partners, to navigate the discomfort and ambiguity of the present with the objective of creating sustainable relationships between artists and business alike. Our adherence to the new normal has come at a great price for artists, audiences and businesses. But we are proving to ourselves, our peers and the world that we can find creative ways to keep people connected during a pandemic that has kept us apart. Over this period, Basa, through its inclusive leadership with the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, has committed itself to assisting artists, freelance creatives and independent contractors in South Africa. Basa has continued to champion business investment into the creative sector by leading research that enhances commercial confidence and building online communities through our programs, thereby changing the paradigm for what relationships with the artists and business can be in the future. We have dug deep, deeper than we ever needed to find a renewed transformational value in how we continue to bring about social change. To date, we have facilitated that support through our artist relief efforts and have paid over R1 million. Rachel Tippergraf, CEO of Micmac, stated very early on in this year, a statement that I'll resonate with: "The coronavirus is personal and business all at once. We're all navigating the space and we have the opportunity to lead the way as good business citizens." In closing, I want to emphasize togetherness. Without the capacity to navigate these challenging times as one, and our undeniable commitment to becoming good business citizens, we will achieve very little. What this pandemic has shown is that we are very much united. The equation has become more complex, but our creative capacity to innovate, to optimize, to reflect, and to love how the arts make us feel is infinitely more powerful than we realize. With that said, I welcome you to experience the 23rd Annual Basa Awards like never before in the comfort of your home. I thank you for your support. Enjoy the experience. Love and light to you. and stay safe.
The annual Basa Awards is the only awards ceremony that acknowledges business support and partnerships in the arts in South Africa. 2020 is the 23rd year of the annual Basa Awards. Delivering the keynote address, the Honourable Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Mr. Emmanuel Nkosi Mthethwa, an alumnus of Rhodes University, the University of Johannesburg and the University of KwaZulu-Natal. He has served as South Africa's Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture since February 2014.
Distinguished guests, representatives of Hollard, members of the Business and Arts South Africa Board of Directors, Basa members, members of 2020 Basa Awards Adjudication Panel, finalists, artists, presenters, partners, and the creative sector at large. I'm proud to stand before you all at this year's 23rd Annual Basa Awards, partnered by Hollard, and not just because we'll be recognizing and celebrating 7 outstanding business and arts partnerships. Although their achievements during a pernicious period such as 2020 cannot be overstated. As always, we are cognizant of the systemic challenges that pervade our country's legacy, the 3 resilient fault lines of unemployment, poverty, and inequality. These burdens were there long before the pandemic hit our globe. By the time we all retreated into lockdown, overcoming these social obstacles felt almost impossible. But as always, South Africans have not merely risen to the challenge, but have confronted it with a resilience reminiscent of our struggle years. This year has compelled us to rethink, review, and reboot. In a time of acute privation, our vision of what is critical to our collective survival demands a refocus. All that remains are our connections to each other forged across the global networks of the digital space. A prosaic concerns of the everyday were discarded. We found ourselves turning into the creative community to sustain our sanity through streaming, Zoom, and ever-present webcam. We were united through song, through performance. The world cried for relief and release. The artists and across the spectrum of creation rallied, often delivering their output with little thought or attention to their own bleak circumstances. And for this we thank you. You made your mark on 2020 and it is indelible, which brings us to this year's Basa Awards. Now more than ever, these powerful collaborations must be acknowledged for their importance within both the artistic and business spaces. It is essential that we continue to showcase their successes and recognize their achievements. These awards are not a vanity exercise aimed at self-congratulations and little more. They provide a platform for authentic acknowledgement of the tireless effort in the face of the unanticipated, from the first-time sponsors to long-term partnerships, from pushing beyond our borders to innovation and progress. We salute everyone present tonight. Your commitment, dedication, and endurance are exemplary and unmatched. I would like to take this opportunity to also commend Basa and the awards partner Hollard for their agility in not merely conceptualizing an awards, even reflective of contemporaneous circumstances, but one that wholly embraces the previously unconsidered opportunities to showcase the arts via cutting-edge media. Today's event is one further example of what is possible with passion. While I say this to you from a virtual stage, we nevertheless honor the diverse and imaginative relationship established between business partners and creative projects, even events and initiatives. Welcome to this year's 23rd Basa Awards, partnered with Hollard, and thank you for your attention.
Hollard has been a member of Basa for 22 years, and this is the 7th year Hollard has partnered with Basa on the awards. They were co-sponsor from 2014 to 2017 and have been the partners since then. Delivering the message from Hollard is Heidi Brower.
Hi, welcome to the 23rd Annual Basa Awards. I'm at Hollard I'm not sure where you are, but welcome, and it's lovely to be with you. Things are without doubt a little bit different this year. My mask is off for a few minutes so that I can speak with you. We're not where we're going to be. We're not where we've been. We're here now, and here now is somewhere that we've never been before. So let's just be together and enjoy the celebration of something that's unique. We sit here today and we celebrate the partnerships that are developed through arts-based organizations and businesses that come together to do something really special, to make an indelible mark in the futures of South Africans and beyond borders because of the work that they do together. So if we take a second and we talk about what partnerships are, I'm here at the office today, but I've spent most of the last 9 months in my home looking at my husband as he looks at me, and we look at our partnership of plenty years. Partnerships through Hollard, which is the foundation of everything we do. 40 years we've been celebrating partnerships this year. And partnerships are all about testing resilience. They test you at a time when you just couldn't imagine you could be tested anymore. And that's the same for us this year. We sat down with the team at Basa and we said, what do we do this year? Do we not do awards? Is it inappropriate to do awards? Do we do awards, and how do we do it? And we understand that awarding and acknowledging and celebrating the successes of these arts-based organizations and business partnerships is so important. We need to be catalysts. We need to encourage people to continue doing that amazing stuff that they always do. But an opportunity presented itself to do something a little bit differently. And that's why tonight, today, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're watching this, we're here also to celebrate the birth of 23 arts-based grants that Basa has initiated and Hollard has supported this year. So 23 families' lives will be changed. Artists who ordinarily wouldn't have been able to support themselves during this time will be benefiting from the grants that Basa has created. We're super proud of this. Hollard will continue to support the arts. It's all around us, it's inside us, it's through us, it's in our love for the arts that are all over our building, creative blocks that are everywhere, the artist-proof studios that have graced our calendars this year. The arts and the effects on our lives is indelible, and we love to be part of this. Congrats to everybody who's been an entrant, successful, who's watching this. Just remember, we're still going to where we're going, and just be here now and now be here. Thank you.
Presenting the Basa 2020 Beyond Borders Partnership Award is Fleer de Cap award-winning performer, puppeteer for ZA News, and director-producer of Anala Theatre, Rashina Ratnam.
Hey friends, how are you? How are you really? Go ahead, I'm listening. No, really, I am. In an article written for the Harvard Business Review entitled The Surprising Power of Questions, Alison Wood Brooks and Leslie K. John observe that by asking questions, we naturally improve our emotional intelligence, or EQ. But when it comes to working across borders, EQ needs to be matched with CQ, or cultural intelligence. That's because cross-cultural challenges cannot be resolved by EQ alone. What works well in one culture might not necessarily work well in another. The partnerships recognized in the 2020 Basa Beyond Borders Partnership Award represent collaborations that successfully showcase South African arts, culture, and creativity to the rest of the world, or that bring international or intercontinental art projects to South Africa. And the nominees are
Nike Inc., Mother Tongue Collective, Pty Ltd, trading as Karabo Poppy for Nike by Karabo Poppy. Fundación Otro Ser, Electric South for African Virtual Reality Showcase in Colombia. French Institute of South Africa, the French Embassy in SA, Friends of the Johannesburg Art Gallery, La Cité Internationale de la Bande Dessinée et de l'Image for the Art of Comics, French Bande Dessinée, and SA Comics in Conversation.
And the award goes to
Nike Inc. Mother Tongue Collective, Pty Ltd, trading as Karabo Poppy for Nike by Karabo Poppy.
Hi everyone, my name is Karabo Poppy Moletsane. I am an illustrator, a graphic designer, and a street artist based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I always think back to when I was growing up. I was one of those kids that grew up in front of the TV. I watched all of the cartoons, I played all of the games, and I remember just having this burning desire to see representation that looked like me being portrayed on this media that I love so much and that I consumed so much of. So I kind of set out to be the representation that I wish I had seen growing up. I wanted to use my art to preserve the African aesthetic and really highlight the beauty within the seemingly mundane events of everyday people on our incredible continent. I think this played a major role in a partnership of a lifetime. I got the opportunity to become the first African female to create a Nike Air Force One collection. This shoe was a shoe that played a major role in the stories of Black excellence and Black creativity. I'd always associated the Air Force One silhouette with Black creators doing incredible things, and I wanted to be that kind of creator for my country and overall my continent as well. Which made the honor of creating this collection that much greater when cultural leaders such as Rhapsody, Offset, Conceited, and LeBron James were spotted wearing pieces from my collection. I couldn't believe that people that informed the culture as much as they did were giving me almost their stamp of approval with the sneakers that I had created, and especially when they were worn in very monumental moments. I'm so honored that Nike recognized the importance of amplifying authentic African voices and that Basa ultimately did the same too. I'm so grateful to everyone that had a hand in putting this project together, everyone that believed in me and given me a chance as well. I'm so grateful to each and every person that supported this collection and aided in us crashing the Nike website and selling out of the shoe collection as well. I'm really grateful to my family too. They were the ones that taught me the importance of culture and creation and how the two can never be separated. And that is something that I hold very close to the work that I create and will carry on creating in the future. So thank you again. Bye.
Presenting the Basa Community Development Award is queer activist, daytime engineer, and gender non-conforming founder of FOMO Fridays Joburg, Ayabonga.
Hello. Welcome to the 23rd Annual Basa Awards, powered by Hollard. A true community isn't just about being geographically close to someone or sharing the same social network. It really is about feeling connected and responsible for what happens. Humanity is our ultimate community, and everyone has a crucial role to play. That is a quote from Pinterest, for real. But a really great segue to the nominees for the Basa 2020 Community Development Award, recognizing business partners and creative projects enhancing our communities. And the nominees are
MTN SA Foundation, Mbali Visual Literacy Project for rollout and teachers workshops for Mbali art books adventuring into arts. Nando's Constitutional Hill for Basha Uhuru Freedom Festival. V&A Waterfront, NGOs in different communities across South Africa and Africa for joy from Africa to the world.
And the award goes to
MTN SA Foundation, Mbali Visual Literacy Project, rollout and teachers workshops for Mbali art books, adventuring into art.
My name is Justine Watterson and I'm the director of Mbali. Mbali, along with our partner MTN, have been working in the field of art and development for 2 decades now. Through teacher development, we have been making quality visual arts education a reality for many thousands of learners. This is helping to develop creative, innovative, balanced, and compassionate young people, ready to face the challenges the future holds. This Basa Community Development Award is a great acknowledgement and endorsement of the Mbali Art Book rollout and our partnership with MTN. I would like to thank MTN and especially Neil Norpier, who has worked unceasingly to see this project become the success that it has. Flourishing collaborations always require a strong belief in the value and integrity of the work and the continuous effort of numerous stakeholders. This project has both. It is with joy and gratitude that I accept this award on behalf of the Mbali Visual Literacy Project and all my colleagues.
I'm Neil Norpier from the MTN Foundation and manager of the MTN Art Collection. Our partnership has been both with Basa and with Mbali stretches back all the way to 1998. And it is a tremendous privilege and honor to be working with Mbali and Basa again after a few years of separation. But we are tremendously proud, first of all, of Mbali, our partners, in particular Justine and Ruth, whose work in the field cannot be underestimated. It's tremendous hard work, and I believe tremendously rewarding. So on behalf of the MTN Foundation, we are very happy to receive this reward for community development, and we trust in our future collaborations being ever more successful. Thank you, Basa, and thank you, Mbali.
Venues for the Basa Awards have included Beechwood Gardens, Victoria Yards, the Nyrox Foundation Sculpture Park, Shine Studios, the Constitutional Court Foyer, the Market Theatre, Johannesburg City Hall, the Wits Art Museum, Turbine Hall Newtown, Hollard's Villa Arcadia, Park Station, the Alexandra Theatre, Summer Place, Anglo-American, and the Gordon Institute of Business Science. This is the first year the awards have gone online.
There is a famous quote that says, "The mind, once stretched by a new idea, never returns to its original dimensions." Variously attributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson, Oliver Wendell Holmes, and Albert Einstein.
And what is being said is this: every now and then, an experience shows up that is so awesome that it fundamentally changes who we are, or who we thought we were.
Something so innovative, you simply can't say, "I know what that is." The been there's and done that's of the adult mind.
And that is what the Basa 2020 Innovation Award celebrates: creativity, reinvention, and originality.
Cutting-edge collaborations and partnerships on groundbreaking projects.
And the nominees are
French Institute of South Africa, the French Embassy in SA, Friends of the Johannesburg Art Gallery, La Cité Internationale de la Bande Dessinée et de l'Image for the art of comics, French bande dessinée, and SA Comics in Conversation, Nike Inc., Mother Tongue Collective, PTY Ltd, trading as Karabo Poppy for Nike by Karabo Poppy, V&A Waterfront, NGOs in different communities across South Africa and Africa, for joy from Africa to the world. Intergalelo Inc., Baz Art MPO for virtual street art experience.
And the award goes to
V&A Waterfront, NGOs in different communities across South Africa and Africa. Joy from Africa to the world.
My name is Dinyiko Mageza, the marketing executive for the V&A Waterfront, and I am so honored and privileged to accept this award on behalf of myself and the entire V&A Waterfront neighborhood, as well as all our co-collaborators, our partners, the makers, the crafters, the designers, the creatives who were part of this Joy from Africa to the World journey with us. for us, this award is so meaningful because it is indicative of what it means when an organization opens up its doors and challenges itself to be more than just a business, but to really make a difference in the world and work with creatives in the arts to make a statement to the world that there is always a better way. You know, when we started this journey and this vision, little did we know that what started off as what we call a 10% idea would culminate into this, and we couldn't have done it without our incredible partners. And I'm so honored to introduce Kathy O'Cleary, who was literally an integral, valuable, incredible visionary who brought us to this point. And without her and her team and all the 200 other artists and makers, we would not be here. So thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to Basa and Hollard for acknowledging this work. And thank you so much. We are just so privileged. Over to you, Kathy.
Yes, so on behalf of all at Platform and all the people who participated in Joy from Africa, we're so honored to receive this award. This was a massive effort of South African and African designers to create a sustainable, environmentally aware and an African festive story made by crafters from Khayelitsha and Langa to Joburg, Uppington, from Zimbabwe and Senegal. And we wanted to tell a story that's relevant to today's South Africa that would enchant all the local overseas visitors who would visit the V&A over the festive period and celebrate the values that we all hold dear of caring and community, kindness and sharing. So I personally like to thank all at the V&A who had the vision and sense of purpose to drive this dramatic change. They were involved at every step of the way, not just providing us with the most amazing destination to celebrate Joy from Africa, but by ensuring that each and every person, the beaders, the weavers, the recyclers, the painters, the riggers, everyone involved got the recognition they deserved in making of our decorations. So thank you so much for this, a wonderful award.
Since inception, the Basa Awards have recognized more than 300 organizations and individuals for their support of the arts in South Africa.
Small, medium, and micro enterprises, or SMMEs, also known as small businesses, play a very important role in our economy. They can be key drivers for economic growth. They range from medium-sized enterprises, such as established traditional family businesses that employ over 100 people, to informal micro-enterprises. The Basa 2020 SMME Award recognizes vital support given to the arts by small, medium, and micro-enterprises. And the nominees are
JMB Printers Highway Radio for annual youth concert. The Marimba Workshop Pty Ltd Education Africa for International Marimba and Steel Pan Festival. Intikalelo Inc. Baz Art MPO for Virtual Street Art Experience.
And the award goes to
the Marimba Workshop Pty Ltd Education Africa International Marimba and Steel Pan Festival.
Hi, I'm Joan from Education Africa, and I run the marimba and music projects there. I would like to thank Basa for this incredible recognition of the partnership between Education Africa and the Marimba Workshop. We are delighted with this partnership with the Marimba Workshop, and we've had wonderful service and sponsorship over 8 years. And one of the highlights at our Education Africa International Marimba and Steel Pan Festival is the draw done at the prize giving every year, where a beautiful Marimba Workshop marimba is up for grabs. Many schools have been delighted with this incredible prize, and we would like to thank the Marimba Workshop for this amazing contribution to our festival. And once again, thank you to Basa for this incredible recognition.
Hi, I'm Brad from the Marimba Workshop. We at the Marimba Workshop are super proud and honored by our partnership with Education Africa. It's an organization who uses the marimba instruments for huge educational and social change, which aligns very strongly with our philosophy as a company. From my side, thank you to Basa as well for ensuring such partnerships and values are valued, such partnerships are valued, curated, and acknowledged. And we hope to continue this partnership with Education Africa over the many years. Thank you.
Over the years, the Basa Awards have seen a total of 21 different award categories open for entry and adjudicated by an independent judging panel.
The 2020 Basa Long-Term Partnership Award recognizes outstanding commitment and initiatives to the arts over a longer period, usually over a year. And this is seen as an integral part of a business's strategy. This year's nominees need no introduction. In fact, the arts projects featured are flagship ventures that have made a national impact over a number of years or even decades. The 2020 Basa Long-Term Partnership Award nominees are
Standard Bank of South Africa Limited, University of Witwatersrand, Wits Art Museum for the Standard Bank African Art Collection. Standard Bank of South Africa Limited, National Arts Festival for the Standard Bank Young Artist Awards. MTN SA Foundation, Imbali Visual Literacy Project for rollout and teachers workshops for Imbali art books adventuring into art.
And the award goes to
The Standard Bank of South Africa Limited, National Arts Festival, the Standard Bank Young Artist Awards.
The National Arts Festival are so thrilled to hear that ourselves and long-term partner Standard Bank have been recognized for this extraordinary award, the Standard Bank Young Artist Award. It really benefits artists at a critical point in their career. It catapults them into a new echelon of work. It profiles them in a particular way. It creates opportunities for networking. And of course, we at the festival get to host these extraordinary artists every year. It shines a light on young, talented artists with grit and creativity. And the recipients over the years since 1984 have really been the who's who of the art world in South Africa. They have all blazed a trail in their respective fields, and they have become synonymous with excellence and creativity and innovation in the art world. Standard Bank, as our long-term partner in this project, has been extraordinary. We thank you so much for believing that the arts matter as much as they should. And of course, in this extraordinary year, for also stepping into the virtual space with us and allowing our 2020 Standard Bank Young Artists to also experiment and play in the digital space for the first time.
Hello, everyone. I'm Desiree Bowe, representing Standard Bank Sponsorships and Events team. So very pleased to learn that along with our partners at National Arts Festival, that we are the recipient of this very worthy award. It's a celebration of 36 years of partnership or relationship, and essentially it is something to be incredibly proud of. For us as Standard Bank, it's very important that our sponsorship investment continue to contribute to the creative communities, and more importantly, to see how that contribution has helped so many realize their dreams just beyond South African borders. Looking back at 36 years of the Standard Bank Young Artist Award winners, we can be proud of the quality of artists that has been nominated and awarded in this awards program. They have set the standard for those that followed them, and they continue globally to set the standards for South African artists. We thank you so very much for the work that you do at National Arts Festival to recognize and actually to find the individuals to recognize in these awards program. And we must also show our thanks or express our thanks to the artists themselves who continue to challenge themselves year on year to compete or to stand out and be recognized and possibly awarded as the Standard Bank Young Artist Award for the year. We join a long list of very celebrated South Africans, a list of South Africans, more than 160 of them actually, that we can look back at and be so very proud that we get to be represented by them in their various categories. That they go out into the world and they show the world what South Africa is really about. And that would not be possible had it not been for the foundation set at the National Arts Festival for the Standard Bank Young Artist Award. The award is for us a recognition of the value of our investment and the impact of the investment that makes in the creative economy. And it's also an acknowledgement of the breadth of talent that we have in this country. Thank you so very much for choosing us this year and showing us that even in this very challenging year, that it can be that we are here virtually collecting a prize for our long-term partnership.
As Chief Marketing Officer, Heidi Brouwer says, Hollard's purpose is to enable more people to create and secure a better future. So this year, Hollard has donated a portion of the costs that would have been spent on this year's event directly to artists via the Basa Artist Relief Fund.
Audiences value experiences and purpose-driven ideas over things. The same is true of sponsors, irrespective if their support is in cash or in kind. According to Arts Track number 8, over the last 2 decades, the overall sponsorship spend by South African businesses on the arts has increased to an estimated 654 million rand. That's up from an estimated 136 million rand spent in the year 2000.
This massive increase is indicative of how cultural creation, production, and presentation have gone from being ignored in the economic sphere to being at the center of new development strategies.
The nominees for the Basa Sponsorship in Kind Award represent business and arts partnerships in which quantifiable and impactful non-monetary support is provided in the form of equipment, material, media, space, transport, and any other services and products that have made a significant impact on the projects.
And the nominees for the Sponsorship in Kind Award are
JMB Printers Highway Radio for Annual Youth Concert. Fundación Otro Ser Electric South for African Virtual Reality Showcase in Colombia. The Marimba Workshop Pty Ltd Education Africa for International Marimba and Steel Pan Festival.
And the award goes to
Fundación Otro Ser Electric South African Virtual Reality Showcase in Colombia.
Hi everybody, my name is Stephen Markovitz. I'm the co-founder of Electric South. We are thrilled and really happy to be receiving this award today. Electric South is a non-profit organization based in Cape Town. We are involved in immersive media across Africa. We do training, we do commissioning of VR works, and we also do exhibition and distribution of VR works by artists from all over the continent. We're very happy to have been collaborating with Salim's organization in Colombia, and we think it's really important to build this kind of South-South collaboration. I think we too often look to the North for solutions, and I think we need to focus a lot of our efforts on building relations and understanding between the South over time. So we're really happy to be receiving this award, and I also want to take this opportunity to thank Salim and his organization for the work they've been doing tirelessly for many years in building these bridges, and we look forward to collaborating in the future. Thank you.
Kanye Mamba, who served on this year's awards judging panel, comments that the Basa Awards are not just sponsorship awards. She says, the awards recognize engaged collaborations between businesses and the arts. It's easy to just hand over money. Building a sustainable results-driven partnership is far more challenging and requires an elevated level of commitment from both parties.
Before we move on to our penultimate award, I'd like to give a big shout out to our amazing muralists, Fatima Mohammed Luke and Al Luke. Fatima graduated from Cape Technicon in 2003. She then went on to become a founding member of Adam and Eve. Since then, she's honed her skills participating in countless fashion weeks and international exhibitions for the last 10 years.
Al's artwork incorporates an expressive abstract style with the aim to visually interpret personal and social behavior and connection. He creates work that is considered to encompass many interesting details rather than a single focal point.
Fatima and Luke, it's been wonderful getting to traverse Josie for these awesome award winner reveals. You two are amazing. Thank you.
Gee, thanks, Rosh.
And with you too, Ayubonga.
Right back at you. Now, onto the category. Basa 2020 First Time Sponsorship Award, where we have an outright winner.
This award goes to a business sponsoring the arts for the very first time. Despite size,
budget,
whether they've been through corporate social investment,
marketing,
human resources,
triple BEE,
or any other means.
And the award goes to
Henley Business School, Africa, The Coloured Cube, Henley Resurgence.
Hi there, I'm Maria Paula D'Andrea, the Managing Director of The Coloured Cube. The Henley Resurgence Project allowed creative freedom, Josie vibrancy, and authentic diversity to enter the courtyards of Henley Business School. Thank you to the artists for bringing their skill, passion, and talent to this project. To Henley for allowing the creative process to direct this project, and to Basa for their ongoing support. I hope this project leads to many future collaborations between the creative economy and Henley Business School. Thank you so much for the award.
Hi, I'm John Blismus and I handle the marketing at Henley Business School Africa. We're really proud and happy to be involved. We'd like to say thank you to Maria Paula and of course Basa. The idea of allowing Henley campus to become a canvas for artists. It shouldn't be novel. It shouldn't be something which people find to be, unique and interesting. We believe that these are as fundamental principles of education as learning business theory. We absolutely must encourage and expose students to art just as much as we must expose them to business theory for a rounded and complete learning experience. So thank you so much for bringing this to us, and it was only a pleasure to make the campus available. We couldn't be more thrilled to be involved. Thank you.
In addition to the categories open for entry to the judging panel, special awards are made at the discretion of the Basa Board of Directors. Previous recipients have included Linda Givon, formerly Goodman, Eleanor Sisulu, Justice Albie Sachs, Ravi Naidu, Herman Mashaba, Dorothea Moores, Jack Ginsberg, Mary Slack, Benji Liebman, Myrox Foundation, and Dick Endhoven. Announcing the recipient of the 2020 Basa Chairperson's Advocacy Award is visual artist, curator, and gallery director Benele Koza, who was commissioned to create the works that are being presented to this year's Basa Award winners.
Hello to everyone here today, to the Basa and Hollard teams, the Basa board members, the 2020 Awards Adjudication Panel, finalists, and my co-conspirators in the creative economy. Today is such an honor. I must confess that simultaneous to the pride that bubbled within me when I was commissioned to paint and produce the 2020 Basa Award trophies was the briefest moment of panic. When an institution such as Basa bestows its confidence through such an assignment, it feels like whole-scale acknowledgement of all your achievements. In attempting to channel my inspiration to bring a work of perfection to bear, I became hobbled by my unwillingness to settle for anything with even the faintest whiff of mediocrity. Which brings me to today's recipient of the Basa Chairperson's Advocacy Award. We cannot speak about South Africa's artistic legacy without making reference to William Kendridge. His prints, drawings, and animations have cut a swathe across the creative landscape for decades. And now, in a period where his career continues to scale, he has turned his attention to offering a space to create and support experimental, collaborative, and cross-disciplinary arts projects in establishing the Center of the Less Good Idea. This interdisciplinary incubator space for the arts has allowed for the studied pursuit of these incidental discoveries that are too often discarded in the quest for perfection. The understanding is these secondary ideas reflect the potential pitfalls in what will ultimately become the favored idea. Today's Basa's chairman recognizes William Kendridge's sustained and commitment to the arts in South Africa, specifically through his advocacy and direct support for the arts, particularly in his efforts to allow freedom for experimentation within artistic expression. William, I present to you Basa's Chairperson's Advocacy Award, a 1 out of 1 piece painted with the greatest joy by me.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Basa for this award that's been given to me, and I would say to me on behalf of the Center for the Less Good Idea. The Center for the Less Good Idea is an initiative that I started together with Bronwyn Lace in Johannesburg 4 or 5 years ago. And it's a center for different artists of different disciplines, artists, musicians, choreographers, filmmakers, writers, to come together and discover the energy and inventiveness that comes from collaborative thinking, from thinking in the material, in the activity of writing, in the activity of moving on stage, rather than planning everything in advance. It's a belief that in the physical movement, in the activity of watching someone else, new ideas emerge that can become the heart of a new project. So we now have a team of 5 or 6 people at the center, led by Palapala Okeditse. And we continue our work. It's been very difficult, obviously, in this last year of lockdown to be doing the live performances, but we've been working on projects of short films, on projects of billboards on the highway, of Zoom performances that are being done, but we hope in the next year to be back doing full-scale performances. I'd like to do a big thank you to Banele Koza for the beautiful watercolor ink drawing that has been given to me as part of this award. It's a very beautiful piece and much appreciated. But to all of you at Basa, a big thank you from myself personally, and also more generally on behalf of everyone at the Center for the recognition of the importance of this project, of this new way of thinking of what an art center can be and how it can run. Thank you very much.
As the country and the world try to navigate uncharted territory and we attempt to reboot following the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, Basa CEO Ashraf Jouadin believes that it's critical for us to focus on stories that matter and that Basa continues to offer this platform for acknowledging achievements and showcasing successes. Here he is to deliver the official vote of thanks for this first ever Indelible online edition of the awards.
Excellencies, honored online guests, partners and friends, all virtual protocol observed. According to Simon Sinek, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. An ethnographer by training, Sinek is a famously perennial optimist. He was also a one-time resident of Johannesburg and the author of Start With Why, based on his TED Talk, How Great Leaders Inspire Action. At one point, the most watched TED Talk of all time. Simon says, and I quote, "For values and guiding principles to be truly effective, they have to be verbs. So it's not integrity, it's always do the right thing. It's not innovation, it's look at the problem from a different angle." Articulating our values as verbs gives us a clear idea of how to act in any situation. Simon's book, like his 18.5-minute viral video, calls on business leaders to start with why. Why? Because why isn't just a word, it's a powerful concept. Which brings me to why the 23rd Annual Basa Awards partnered by Hollard. 23 reasons why. 1. Partnerships. 2. Our stories matter. 3. Recognition is important. 4. Success must be rewarded. 5. The giving of thanks for yesterday and today. 6. Tomorrow is promised to none of us. 7. Because dreams and daring and doing and overcoming obstacles and adversity and silver linings, man, because two together can. That's 12 reasons why. 13. Glasses way more than half full. 14. Glasses nowhere near empty. 15. You, me, him, her, they, them, all of us. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. Because it can be. 22. Because just do it. 23. Because better futures for every global citizen. That's why. Honorable Minister Natim Tetwa, Basa Chairman Charmaine Subramani and the Basa Board of Directors, the 23rd Basa Awards Adjudication Panel, Heidi and the team at Hollard, Savannah and Team Basa and everyone behind the scenes, all of our finalists, our featured artist Banele Koza, our muralists Fatima and Al-Luke, our supporting partners Distel and Sunglass Hut, our awesome presenters Rashina and Ayabonga, Basa's loyal membership, all of you. Tramakasi, Shukran, Danki, Nkosi, Ngiyabonga, Kialeboha, Merci, Dankeschön, thank you. Until next year, take care and stay safe.
And that brings this stream of the Indelible 23rd Basa Awards partnered by Hollard to a close. Visit basa.co.za and click on the Awards tab in the navigation to explore the online awards platform, meet all the judges, learn more about all the finalists and winners, and listen to the all-new Basa Awards podcast series hosted by me, Sam Marshall. Playing us out now is a Koi Koi, a live looping musical collaboration between musician and composer Jürgen Sulapen alongside vocalist and performing artist Annalisa Stierman.
Kila mazimi amile thina sinyanyile kupoko qavile kuwasiqalile kulalalalile yeah yakani buksma